Hi Kiwi! So today we're going to be playing some more Suika. Just testing things out, so let's restart. So I figured I'd do... Oh, I got an achievement for finishing my first game by restarting, I suppose. Well, I figured I'd play one more round. I was kind of in the mood, and I wanted something chill, casual, fun. I'll have to relearn the shapes here a little bit, but I mean, it's not too difficult to learn that on a fairly quick basis. Alright, we've already got our first apple. Not that that really matters. The apple is one very small step on the path to glory. Oh, that's unfortunate. It rolled. Alright, so cherry comes after grape. I'm having to relearn because the previous Suika grape was like level 3 and cherries were level 1, so a little disorienting, but we'll make it work. Certainly it's not the most complicated game to relearn. So, oh, darn it, that orange is blocked. I feel like this run is already going pretty poorly, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, we got our first bear. I have a cat that very much wants my attention. Okay, I feel like this game is going to be a little harder to have the small fruit corner work. Yeah, well, we'll see how we can make this work. Oh, a whole apple, wow. Alright. So what are we going to talk about today? Well, first off, I thought it would be funny if I read you some of the Steam reviews of this game, because they are actually kind of hilarious. Could not breed a watermelon is the only negative review. One of them says, I bought a 155 Hz monitor just for this game. People are funny on Steam reviews. They know this game is a clone, I guess, and they're just absolutely taking the piss out of it. Alright, well that was nice. We got our first cantaloupe, probably? I'm gonna guess that's a cantaloupe. Alright, so let's pick our actual discussion topic for today. My brain feels a little foggy, so it's gonna be hard to pick a good one, but we'll see what we can manage. Alright. I mean, I guess I can briefly talk about the book I'm reading, because I was up pretty late last night reading it. I mean, I must have gone to bed at either 3 or 4 a.m. But so I'm currently reading Ascendance of the Bookworm. Is it A or the Ascendance of a Bookworm? There we go. You think I'd know my definite articles, but I mean, having studied German for 6 years, I can very confidently say I do not understand my definite articles, so... anyway. So yeah, so, I'm on the tail end of finishing the last book of Part 4. So there are 9 volumes in Part 4. And basically, a whole lot's going on, and if you don't want spoilers for a book series you may or may not read, then certainly stop watching now, but spoilers ahead, spoiler warning. Oh, I've never gotten to give someone a spoiler warning before. Anyway, so the main character functions as the High Bishop of the Church of the Kingdom that she lives in, and effectively, after having a farewell dinner for her guardian, who's being wed into another country, she returns to the church and has a sense that things are off. And then, upon further investigation, she discovers that her head attendant's room had been broken into, and further investigation, she finds out that her Bible had been stolen, as well as the key that unlocks it. In this world, Bibles aren't just books, they're what are called magic tools. They have kind of a very specific rule set and function with the use of mana. So people can't open that Bible without her permission, but nonetheless the Bible was stolen. And because the Bible kind of functions as not just a functional, it's not just functional, it's symbolic, so it being stolen is a pretty big deal. They also find that the Bible was replaced with a fake Bible that had been slathered in poison that is transdermal poison, if you will. So basically an assassination attempt on top of the Bible being stolen. And so The main character, as the title of the story would imply, is a bookworm, and so stealing her Bible was a pretty big deal. And to quote her, what is it? A bloody carnival is her. I think this run is dead. We'll see. But yeah. She didn't quite realize what a bloody carnival entailed, as this did end up being a bloody carnival. But basically, oh, wait, how did I already get a watermelon? What did I? All right, well, I wasn't expecting to get a watermelon on my first pass, but that's 2 watermelons in like 6 Suika games, not counting the hour of recording that was lost to the void. But hey, our first watermelon, awesome. But yeah, no. So it basically became like a little, not quite a murder mystery, but may as well have been. Just them finding all the clues to figure out where the Bible went, who tried the murder, and I mean, it's nothing groundbreaking. I mean, we kind of knew the person who it ended up being has made her position as an antagonist very clear. But get the process of figuring everything out and then trying to keep it hush hush because anyone finding out that the Bible was stolen, could, again, it was a not just a physical theft, but a symbolic one that could what's the word? It could shame her and her guardian for letting such a thing happen. So I don't know. It's weird that I would find something kind of mundane when you put it on paper so intense, but I was having a lot of fun reading it, and I'm really sad that basically once I finish this book, I'm gonna have to wait maybe a year or 2 before I can like binge read the next part, because this last book came out maybe a week or 2 ago, so it's gonna be a long while before I get to read more, which is definitely a little sad. Can I fit this? No, I can't. But I guess that's the curse and the joy of reading an ongoing series. You have plenty of things to look forward to, but eventually you run out. Well, I'm sure I'll get to enjoy it soon enough. This is really bad. I need an orange before I need this apple. I don't think there's any way to salvage this. Unless maybe dropping it here bumps things down, but it didn't. Unfortunate. Yeah, that's very unideal positioning for me. Oh, that's also unideal. Alright. I feel like they're thinking about getting squidged down, but they're really not trying. Alright, maybe, okay. That's a little bit better. Okay, wait, I can do this. Nope. Oh no. Oh, that made it worse. That actually made it worse. Okay, as long as I keep clicking fast enough, it will... Oh, come on. Nope. Oh, if I had gotten that orange to touch, I actually might have saved it there, because they would have fused together and dropped down. Well, we got our first watermelon, so let's do one more round. So yeah, Ascendance of the Bookworm was pretty intense. I mean, as intense as a Bible search can be, but a lot of people did die in this process. I won't go into the details there, but definitely some deaths happen. I think one of the fun parts, my favorite part about this book series as a whole is just seeing a character whose entire identity pretty much is around her love of books, and her bringing the modern science and technology that allowed the production of paper and books into a medieval high fantasy setting. The world building in this book series is great. The characters are a lot of fun, and it's just an enjoyable read. Honestly, I'm very much enjoying it. And I mean, I originally saw it as an anime, so I don't think that's a surprise. I certainly wasn't reading a lot in grad school outside of scientific articles and the like. So pretty much anything that I did for leisure was watching anime or something to that effect. I forget if Ascendance of a Bookworm came out while we were in grad school, or if it was when I was in undergrad. I'd have to look that up. But certainly it's got 3 seasons now, and they're all a good time. Actually, is it 3 seasons? It's at least 2, but I believe it's 3. But yeah, it was definitely one of those series that I enjoy seeing people do things that they love, and learning from people who are doing things that they love. And this book was fun because you got to learn a little, or not the book, the anime, but also the book. You get to learn about how paper was made back in medieval days, the process of kind of designing a printing press, old technologies that were used for printing, like mimeography, I think is what it's called, which I still don't fully understand, but it's fun to just see how these old technologies are revitalized in a world that has never seen them, and the influence that they have on the people who are using them, and how the political and socioeconomic impacts of those that evolution of technology, how it affects the characters in the world around them. Pardon me. But yeah, it's been a fun read. I wonder if you'd enjoy reading it too. I'm certainly happy to share it with you at some point. Oh, come on, you can touch. There we go. I'm losing my voice. Hold on, pardon me. Okay, not sure why I'm so phlegmy in the morning, but I sure am. Alright, I think touch these lemons too. Whoa, okay, that was a bit of a chain reaction, but that worked out pretty well. I'm going to try and get this orange to stay there. I lost access to that grape. Alright, I don't think I'm going to be able to touch that cherry, so we'll just set that there. There we go. Okay, now that cherry's a little more available. Alright, fuse that and make an apple. Oh, wow! 2 watermelons in a row. I feel good. I'm not that good, but that's a little frustrating. Those apples are never going to touch. Absolutely never. Alright, let's see. But hey, I mean, I'd like to claim that I'm good, but I wonder if I'm just lucky. Because I do feel like that's some of it. Certainly the other Suika game I was playing, I was not... Oh, come on. Come on. I can do this. Alright, I'm going to make these lemons touch if it's the last... There we go. Okay. If it's the last thing I do, these lemons will touch. Definitely a little overkill. Alright, bump that down there. Oh, you know what? I should have dumped that on the apple. Oh well. I guess the question is, will I ever see a 2 watermelon play? And I don't think I will, but I can certainly try. Alright, the ideal situation is I get that apple with this one, but there's no way that's going to happen. I can get that one there, but I'm gonna try. Come on. There we go. Alright, put that strawberry there and that grape there. Oh, pooey. Oh, okay, there we go. That goes there. Alright, there we go. That was exactly what I wanted to happen, I think. I'm going to play it off like that's what I wanted to happen, even though I really didn't have a plan. Oh, I just noticed there's a next fruit indicator on the left. Somehow I never noticed that. Alright, well, that lemon went on a great journey. Alright. Ah, that's unfortunate. Okay. I think the strategy here is drop the apple there. And, okay, well, okay. I didn't expect that to work so quickly, but I'll take it. Alright. Keep it going. Probably shouldn't have put that grape there, but we'll see if we can salvage it. Oh, yeah, that was easy. Put another one there. Drop this cherry here. Fuse those, okay. Now, ideally, I would get that lemon to fall that way, but that's not happening, so I'll just have to work around it. Alright, let's put this lemon here and hope... Oh, well, okay, the lemon can just go there, that's fine. Fuse those two. Alright. Okay, perfect. I was hopeful that I would go to the left. Alright, I've got another orange, and I don't have a good spot for an orange. Not ideal. Ah, darn it. Alright, I think that's the run. Wait, come on. There we go, okay. Can save it a little bit, put that there. Touch the grape. Orange. Yeah, no, this is definitely where the run goes to die. Anything I can do? Nope. Alright, well, 2 watermelons. Not bad. Alright, yeah, so I'm quite enjoying the Ascendance of a Bookworm. It's a very fun read. It very much plays to the things I enjoy. It is, of course, it's an isekai, and we all know I isekai trash. I love those sorts of in a new world sort of power fantasies, and this is the kind of power fantasy I like, where it's not just physical capabilities. In fact, the main character is very physically limited. She is born into the body, or she is reincarnated into the body of a very frail girl who is on constantly fighting for life or death with ongoing weakness and ailment. So certainly not a physical power fantasy. It's mostly a knowledge-based one, and that's what's fun. It's fun to see how someone's influence based on purely technology and knowledge can have such a huge impact on the world. And I mean, power fantasy as it may be, that is kind of how it was for the people who created this technology. I mean, the printing industry. I mean, what would today be like if printing didn't exist? We'd still be using parchment and papyrus and things like that. Just not quite paper goods, but I guess I'd call it stationery. Stationery, just not well suited to mass production. And I mean, it would be interesting if we had the internet without paper, you know? Or like if technology advanced to the point where we got the internet but didn't have paper. I feel like something equivalent to it would naturally develop over time. It just doesn't seem like the sort of technology that could go forever uncreated. But it is an interesting thought. What would this world be like if we did not have printing and paper? But I digress. It is the sort of power fantasy I favor. Like, of course, I love the good. Just the main character is overpowered, untouchable force to be reckoned with. Sort of power fantasies too. But more than that, I like seeing how knowledge and skill, rather than just baseline power, can influence the world and the things around it. And so, yeah, it may be a bit of a wait before the next one, but certainly I'm looking forward to it. And I'm curious I mean, we agreed that for me, once I finish these books, the next thing I'm going to start reading are all the books that we've accumulated that you've been reading lately. So I'm looking forward to starting to read those. I'm curious to see what your first recommendation for that will be. Oh, that couldn't have gone better. Can I wedge that in there? No. All right. Thinking intensely about fruit, I guess. But yeah, no. I forgive me that I don't know the names, but I'm very curious to see what books you recommend and how I enjoy them, because I don't think I've ever read anything you've recommended yet. I mean, the sad thing about it is my life and my interests didn't afford me much time to read on a regular basis. The little symbol clash was pretty on time with those fruits combining. That was cool. Alright, this is just gonna go all the way over there. Okay, fair enough. But I'm glad I've had more time to read lately. It's something I forgot how much I enjoyed because I just haven't had the time. Pretty much everything I read was either manga, webtoons, manhwa, and more than anything else, scientific articles for classes and such. Oh, well, there's our watermelon again. I got 3 watermelons in a row. I'm feeling pretty good about myself. I know this is unearned. I don't know if this version of Suika is just easier or if I'm extraordinarily lucky, but hey, feels good, man. I feel accomplished. I feel at peace with my Suika playthrough. But yeah, I'm very looking forward to seeing the books that you recommend for me. I do wish I read more back in undergrad and graduate school. but I just never really had the time between work, extracurriculars, building my resume with, and of course classes. It's hard to find. I guess this is something that I've always been bad at. I have trouble finding time to do the things I enjoy when there are other things that need more urgent attention just right in front of me. And I know that's a poor excuse because I spend so much time playing video games, but that's the thing. I think the video game playing is certainly fun, is certainly a passion of mine, but it's also a heavy addiction. And I do fear that some of the reason I didn't have time to read was because I was too busy feeding that addiction rather than necessarily taking care of myself and other interests that would benefit me in the long run. But I'm definitely trying to be more mindful of that fact now and take the appropriate amount of time to pursue my interests and take care of myself. And that's not easy. I don't think it's easy for anyone, but certainly it's been very difficult. I can only attest to my personal experience, and certainly it's something that you'd think shouldn't take as much effort as it does, but it certainly takes a lot of effort. And again, it's something I'm working on. It's something that I'm trying to improve on. Interesting that the pear is, if not the same size, it feels slightly smaller than the apple. Alright. Lots of nice colors in this, but if they could combine, that would be lovely. Alright. Oh, well, that worked out beautifully. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no. Panic. Panic. No. Alright, we're done. Alright, I think I'm going to do one more round, and this time we're going to just do speedrun strat left corner and see what happens. Here we go. But yeah, it's been nice to actually have the time to read again. Alright, so place your bets. Am I going to get a watermelon doing the speedrun strat? This is hardly a strat. It's basically I just spam click and hope for this is entirely an RNG dependent run. Well, we're already at a pair, so things are going okay-ish. We'll see. I don't make any promises for this to end well. In fact, I hardly expect it to go well. You never know, though. It's kind of fun to just watch, though. Everything just fused together. Okay, so we're already at Cantaloupe. This is pretty funny. Alright. But yeah, certainly it's been a long time since I've gotten to read for pleasure, and now I'm doing it pretty consistently, and I'm really, really enjoying it. And it's not just manga anymore, it's actual, like, books. It's been so long since I've been allowed to do that. Or I guess, not that I've been allowed to do it, but since I've allowed myself to do it. And it's nice having someone to read with as well. I certainly very much enjoy that. Alright, I think that's where the run ends. Oh, wait. Never stop clicking. Gotta speedrun this. Gotta go fast. Sonic speed. Alright, yeah, that's where the run ends. But yeah, that's Suika Game. I hope you enjoyed watching. I hope if you're awake, I hope it helped you fall asleep if you're awake. If you're asleep, I hope you're sleeping well. I love you, Kiwi, and I'll see you in the next one. Looking forward to reading with you more.